Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasures video, we are going to do a preparation for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Koala. I won't be using any of the units that the new batch introduced, meaning Luffy, Law and Kid, and no rare recruit Zoro and Killer. I will be using Jinbe, but you can easily replace him. I will be using the new boosters and limited rare recruits though, Shirahoshi, Rebecca and Reiju. They are not that important, you can replace them. I mainly use them for the multipliers, and I would say that out of the three, Reiju is the best one and the main focus you should have if you decide to pull for one of them. Without further ado, let's get to my teams and strategy for Treasure Map vs Koala. The first mini-boss will of course be the easiest one, and this time we have Dex Karasu. In the final stage, he will give you a full board of unfavorable slots, 5 turns of despair for your captains, and 5 turns paralysis for the rest of the crew. My team for this boss uses the new Arena Shinobu as captain, rare recruit Luffy, raid Neo Garp versus Ace, and also Kizuna Katakuri. If you do not have the non-free-to-play units, meaning Luffy and versus Ace, do not worry, they are not needed to clear, just to provide more damage. You can replace them with whatever boosted unit you want that provides more damage for your team. Now, Garp is here to completely remove despair along with sockets, and Katakuri is here to completely remove paralysis. I do have versus Ace to give me guaranteed matching slots, but if you replace him, just have a unit to do that for you. Very straightforward team and also boss, so you can use stat boosting supports on everyone. Max level despair sockets will be very helpful. The max damage of my team will be more than 17 million, and the point booster will be 4.25 times. The second mini boss is Belo Betty, and she will be strength. For the final stage, she will give you a full board of block slots. She will gain defense down immunity and also 3 turns of threshold for herself. My team to deal with this boss is using the new dual unit Kaido vs Big Mom as double captain. The rest of the crew has 6+ Cracker, Kizuna do Flamingo, the newly updated unit of Chopper and Usopp, and finally rare recruit Appu. Appu is not needed, you can replace him with whatever you want. I'm only using him because he is boosted by 1.35 times. Now, as far as the debuffs go, Kizuna do Flamingo will completely remove Threshold, and then Cracker can give you matching slots. The only thing you need to make sure that you do is that you activate Kaido and Big Mom before Cracker, so they do not mess up your slots. This team of course can be using stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed, the maximum damage output will be over 20 million, and the point boost is a respectable 5.61 times. The next mini boss will be Morley, who is Sai. Now Morley will actually remove SFX for 3 turns, give you 5 turns of attack down. Tap timing becomes harder here, meaning that perfects are harder to hit. 3 turns of burn, which is not that impactful, and then he will gain for himself delay immunity and also a tap timing barrier that needs 2 perfects in order to break. For this team, I am using Legend Moria as my captain, so you can understand this is a very strong team because Moria is a very good captain. Although he is not necessary, as the recommended character suggested, you can use Treasure Map Shiryu here if you'd like. Now, the rest of the team uses V3 Blackbeard, Jozu, who is actually the unit that will remove attack down completely, Pirate Rumble Uruz, who if limit broken enough will remove blindness, and then I'm also using Law and Chopper, but they are not even boosted by Moria, they're just here because they are a very good booster. This is a very straightforward team, so you can use your stat boosting supports, no specific sockets are needed, the maximum damage output will be over 46 million provided you use both of the Moria specials and you get the color affinity and also the ore boost. You cannot activate Moria's super type, so that is not counted. Of course, it is not needed to get that much damage from the start, just use his special in the end and you will be fine. The point boost of this team is 5.38 times. The final mini-boss of this treasure map will be Ivankov. He will be Dex, and in the final stage will give you special reverse for 2 turns. After the preemptive, that will become 1. 4 turns of a set chain multiplier at 1.1, 4 turns of chain coefficient reduction at 0.1 times, and finally he will bind your top and middle row units for 6 turns. My team against Ivankov will be using double Ichiban Kuji Luffy as captain, limited rare recruit Shirahoshi, who is not necessary, just here for the point boost, and then we have the free-to-play Bartolomeo and Cavendish, both of them recommended units and very good for this quest. Bartolomeo will remove chain coefficient reduction and give you a chain boost, while Cavendish will remove chain lock and will give you an attack boost. Luffy can also give you an attack boost, so if you have Luffy, activate him before Cavendish. And finally, we have the new rare recruit Jinbe, who is not necessary, don't freak out, you can replace him, but he will remove the bind and give you a color affinity boost. Now on the left, I forgot to mention, you need bind sockets. If you have Jinbe, you just need level 1. If you replace Jinbe with someone else to remove the bind, you might need maximum level bind sockets, which will be no problem to get anyway. This team can use stat boosting supports, I just mentioned what you need for the sockets, and the maximum damage output will be over 10 million if you have Jinbe. If you replace him, you will miss a little bit of damage, especially if you don't also replace Shirahoshi, but that won't be a problem, you can still clear. Finally, this team has a point boost of 7.17. For the final boss of this treasure map, we will go against Koala, of course. In stage 4, the mini-boss will give us an HP cut for 30%, empty slots on everyone, and it will gain a delay immunity and also 5 turns of a damage reduction shield. The final boss, Koala, in stage 5 will be strength and will special bind our captains for 5 turns, give us 5 turns of attack down and RCV bind, and also gain delay immunity. If you have the new rare recruit Zoro, definitely use him here, he is incredible and very good. Now, my team does not use him because of course I don't have him. I am using the new free-to-play login bonus Luffy as my captain, and we are also going to use a Super Sugofest Legend friend captain, either Luffy, Law or Kid. Using Luffy is the optimal thing you can do for more damage and an easier time, but the other two can also help you clear pretty easily, especially at the start. The rest of the team uses limited rare recruit Rebecca and Reiju, Ichiban Kuji Nami and also Treasure Map Shiryu. If you are using Zoro, you can replace both Nami and Shiryu with Zoro and whatever else unit you want to. Funnily enough, Rebecca here will give you the maximum damage out of everyone if you attack with her last. That's why I want to guarantee that I have a matching slot on her, and that's why Q Margaret is there to give her a matching slot. You can also use Story Vivi if you want to. To give a quick summary of what you need to do with this team, in stage 4 you need to activate Reiju and she will deal with everything. After you clear stage 4, you want to pass the first turn in stage 5, just because Shiryu removes 4 turns of attack down and not 5. So in turn 2 of stage 5, you are ready to activate specials. First you want to go with Nami to remove the special bind, then Shiryu will completely remove the remaining attack down and also give a color affinity boost to Rebecca. Then you want to use Rebecca for adjacent matching slots, and of course you also want to use your captains. The free-to-play Luffy will give you an ore boost, and the friend captain Luffy or Law or Kid can give you an attack boost or something else depending on who you use. Also use the super type of friend captain Luffy if you have him to get the maximum damage possible. For this team you do not really need supports, but I would advise you to use a matching orb support on Rebecca. Sockets are not needed. The maximum amount of damage with Luffy, meaning the optimal damage, is over 55 million, and the point boost for this team will be 9.14 times. The Intrusion Battle will actually reduce all of the unit specials on the team without any restrictions, that's pretty nice, and we will also get an ore boost for 3 turns. In stage number 2, the enemy will be Dex and he will give us a full board of block slots and will gain 5 turns of a defense up shield. Then, in stage number 3, Q Sabo will appear. He will bind and despair the captains for 5 turns and will also limit us to 2 specials per turn while also having full immunity. My team for this stage again uses the login free-to-play Luffy as captain, and the friend captain this time, the optimal one, is Super Sugofest Law, but early on you can also use Luffy or Kid. The rest of the team uses limited rare recruit Shirahoshi, Rebecca and Reiju, so all of the girls that are available in the second multis guaranteed of the Sugofest, just to of course get the maximum point boost, and then Shiryu. In stage number 2, Reiju is again perfect and can deal with everything, but can also extend the ore boost for the final stage, which is very nice. In the final stage, you can only activate 2 specials, and the units we will choose are of course Rebecca to remove Bind and Despair, and then our friend captain. If it's low, that is best case scenario and we can do tons of damage because you can also activate Law's super type ability. The other units you can activate in stage 2 if you want to, or not at all. With this team you can use stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed, it can do over 45 million damage if you are using a friend captain Law, and the point boost will be 10.84. And these are all of my teams against the bosses in Treasure Map Koala. If you have any questions, feel free as always to tell me in the comments down below. If the video helped you out and you want to see more One Piece Treasure Cruise content for me, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.